our Twitch for that, or our YouTube channel. And as always, you can always go follow those links down below just to kind of interview and see what we do on those platforms. Make sure to follow, hit that notification so you guys are always in the loop with us. As this upcoming week, we'll be having different scheduling. I'm currently getting a little bit of... You're good. I'm just trying to find... We're not going to worry about it. Okay. Sorry about that. I was trying to find where my... Misunderstanding. My notes are somehow gone. I can't find them at all, but we're just going to keep rolling. So... Events are normal. We have no games on Friday this week, so stay tuned for that. We have our normal games on Thursday, which is our Smash teams are playing, along with our varsity team, so be in store for that. And then other than that, I don't think we have anything else scheduled unless when I get a second, I can update you guys when we go to a BRB. But other than that, we are having a pretty much a clear game today, so super excited to see what we're going to be doing. So awkward being by myself, but I hope everybody's doing okay. Yay! But we do have our normal academy teams that are going to be playing out. So as you know, we have our lovely cat, one brown girl. We have Fish Uchiha, Gambling Rat, Chicken, and Latte that are going to be on our first team tonight. Along with on the other side, I'm gonna butcher your names. My apologies. Looks like it's going to be Twix. Looks like Twix. We're gonna call you Twix. Twix, and then Kitty Fur, and then Iro, and then La Solo. Thanks. And then looks like Turtle YT. We're gonna go with that. Nice. But those are gonna be starting out as our beginning players when the match begins, so super excited when that does. And it looks like our first map is gonna be a control based with Ilios. So, as we know, Ilios is normally our regular point, and control base is pretty much where you are trying to capture point after a certain percentage. Most of the time it's from 1 to 100, and you're trying to keep pretty much a constant building on the base to get that 100% on that base. But overall, super excited to see what Missouri Western's Academy team has to offer, especially with the games last week that they have shown, especially against our other players, especially when we had that switch out to our lovely team advisor over there. If you don't know, his name's Tim. Literally slayed. You guys should watch the clips. And also our girl Twilight Lover. We love her so much. She's also on our varsity team, so go check out those clips. I highly recommend it. We see some pretty intense plays, and no less, we'd love to kind of just hear what you have for feedback. Always important to hear back from our fans. We love you guys so much. Let's see. But other than that, I think we only have until gameplay, so we're gonna go back to that BRB and we'll be with you in just a second. Yodin started. Hey, Missouri Western, welcome back from that BRB. So, gonna update you guys on a little bit of the schedule now that I have my notes pulled up. So, we do have our club going off against Capital Technology University, which is right now, as you can see. But we also have our Rocket League versus Georgian Mason Academy. This is now official. Normally, we do have Rocket League on Tuesdays, but however, due to some little evaluations that happened on NACE, they had to move it back just as some compatibility that had been misinformed. So, we'll be having that at 7:15 p.m. So just be aware for that. Oh, all right. We have 24 seconds before the battle starts, but just real quick going over. Don't have anything for Rocket League on Tuesday, nothing on Wednesday, thanks to us pretty much completing what we had for that week. Good job, guys. And then we have our normal Overwatch game, which is against the University of Toronto. Sorry about that. Toronto. Oh my goodness, I'm going to butcher that all night, but hopping into the game. Yay! So it does look like they switched from Ilios, so that's really nice to see, unless it is a continuation of Ilios. Don't know until it pops up. But this is a control base like we talked about before. Going over some of the gameplay real quick, we do have Kiriko, Fishuchiya being Reaper, Gambling Rap is going as Sojourn, and we got a Malga, and then we also have Alora. Okay, Missouri Western, looks like they're just gonna do some backup heals right now. Looks like we also have some long distance right now with Sojourn just kind of popping off that bubble a little bit just to take some minor damage. But right now the enemy is on team and taking over the control point, making Missouri Western have to back up very much, getting overpowered. We do lose a player in that whole precision due to that kind of like takeover of that control based. I mean, you can't really do much when you're really cornered in pretty much in that moment of that taking, which is why we lost Latte in that progression. But hopefully we'll get back into that motion in just a second. Looks like Missouri Western is going to make a little bit of a force push from the side here. It is now almost to 25% for the University of Capital. So hopefully we can see a little bit of progression from Missouri Western, because it looks like Malga's going to make a little bit of a push here. On the opposition team, I just want to talk real quick that they do have a Zarya and a Reaper just like us, as well as a Kiriko. The only difference is that we have a Laria and they have an Ana, but they also have a Sojourn. Pretty crazy, but Missouri Western does succeed in taking out each of the characters, almost getting a full team wipe on Capital. Congratulations to Missouri Western with that overall takeover, but we're gonna have to see what they got to pretty much support and defense their team. So I'd love to see kind of the positioning they want to do real quick. Looks like they're gonna take that corner positioning. Malga's just kind of waiting. Looks like they're having major shots here and there, but they are going to take the higher ground positioning, which was really intelligent, catching Missouri Western off guard because they were expecting them to pretty much walk through the door there, but instead they came from above and pretty much surprised Missouri Western, leaving them pretty much speechless, almost taking out the Malga in that progression. Oh, Malga with the stomp. Reaper popping his ult. We do lose Malga, but Reaper does pop his ult, taking almost an entire team. Oh, finishes with a full team kill to Reaper. An impeccable job done by Reaper. That was a 4-way kill, and making that 5th one not that long after. Impeccable job done by Fish Uchiha, taking pretty much the play right there. Nice job with that defense on the point. Just very much aware of just their movements. Looks like they were expecting them to go from that, expecting to go from that top point, but unfortunately Missouri Western did not see that happen. Taking out that Kiriko oh my goodness, taking out the Kiriko due to her being unguarded, no less defended. Missouri Western does pretty much almost get a full team wipe again. And now with that progression, they do get that full team kill. Progression, I'm telling you. Missouri Western has been very watchful currently of that whole control-based point. I mean, these corners are really difficult to no less make damage on, especially if you are just cornered at these moments. They are just really unexpected, especially for these teams, because it looks like they're popping out that absorb just to kind of take damage where they can. Reaper kind of pops in invisibility. They pop ult. Missouri Western almost gets taken out, do lose both of their damaging, but Missouri Western also pops out their Reaper ult, taking almost their entire team with them. Missouri Western is the only one left standing, getting that 100% on the objective, securing it for Missouri Western and getting that point. Impeccable job seeing that both the ult economy was used very, very well. Love to see it. Normally, we do have some problems with not only scheduling a really good time to use our ult, but that was an impeccable use, no less, since everybody was just crowded together in those corners. Like I said, oftentimes when you get pinned in those corners, you just can't do anything, especially if you are a DPS or a healer. There's only so much healing that can be done for you to pretty much defend yourself. Oh. Hey there. Aw, they're just talking a little bit. How cute. Oh. Okay, guys. Let's not freak out. Nice. All right, looks like they're just gonna go for a little bit of a forward of support. Reaper's gonna take a little bit of an off skirt. A little bit of separation here, but it looks like he's gonna try and do some damage from behind. Well, Missouri Western does the damage at the front. Looks like they did switch over from that Zarya to a Diva. And Iroh switch over from Kiriko to that Zenyatta. Everything else is pretty much similar to the last game, but it looks like Chicken's gonna need a little bit of support here, just taking little shots as he can. Fishuchia needs some definite development and some love from our support over here. Looks like we're kind of taking shots for shots right now. Reloading. No one is going for the Reaper. I was so surprised. I was just like, no love for the Reaper, guys. No love. Oh, going for the Zenyatta. Fully finishes off. Almost going for the Ana. Are we going to take it? Almost gets slept. Nice. Does use that Ray just to get away just in time, just to get himself some heals. Does get sleep from the Ana, unfortunately, though. But they do make a save. Chicken also does break the barrier on the Diva's mech system, giving her pretty much a defenseless route right now. So they're going to need to have some really good heals just to keep them up. Malga with the corner shooting right now, kind of keeping them pretty much locked in and pinned to that corner side where they are secured. Looks like it's just time to heal and kind of watch each other's backs right now, because they are going to either get pinned or get overloaded. Looking at that ult economy real quick, it looks like they're going to pop their ult, kind of sending it into that midpoint. Don't really know what happened there, because it looks like they were going to ult, but unfortunately they didn't. But it looks like she just got back her mech. Oh, Soldier's going to do a little bit of movement here. Nice work. Looks like they're going to do a combination where they're going to go from behind and do some work. But he does have his ult in progression. Going back to that ult economy, Missouri Western almost has 3 in their box, as well as the other side almost having 2 in their economy. Looks like they do release that, getting some nano boost to Diva. Diva doing heavy damage right now. Taking out the Sojourn. Almost taking out Malga here. Malga does make a little bit of an differentiation, just kind of getting everyone out of the ring. Looks like they're going for Ana. Does take that Ana kill with them. Unfortunately, looks like he does pop ult, doing some heavy damage to Sojourn and Diva, giving an opposition for not only our tank to have a takeover, but she does pop her ult, taking out the Malga. Super unfortunate movement there, but Malga does take out who he can at the current moment, giving Missouri Western a little bit of an open opportunity to pretty much push in. Don't really know what they're going to be doing. They do have a few ults up their sleeve, and no less on the other side, they also have 3 ults in their economy as well. So I would love to see what Missouri Western is going to have for strategy right now. Taking a little bit of heavy damage, and no less a negative orange from... Oh, looks like they're going to do a little bit of defense from behind. Love to see it. Bro is like flying off the walls right now. He's not... He's a fly on the wall. Oh, looks like they're going to do a breaking from behind. Unfortunately, they do pretty much get 3 kills in that moving. The Pylon and Kiriko and Latte in that scenario. We only have our tank left on point, but that is perfectly okay. Missouri Western is almost at 100%. pretty much leaving them at 98% left on their total points on that control. But, I mean, they're going to need a really big push, no less. I mean, they do have all the ults in their economy to pretty much push what they have on the point right now. The other side only has their 2 ults for Zenyatta and their healer. So pretty much Missouri Western does have what it takes to take over Capital. And it looks like they do pop their ult. Is Missouri Western also? Yep, they do pop their ult. Kiriko is the only one kind of like standing by, doing what she can to not only balance, but heal as much as she can as well. Unfortunately, she does get pinned out from the other Reaper and gets taken out, unfortunately. Missouri Western is going to need, like I said, another major push to get back into that center. Unfortunately, they are just not able to do that damage rebate that they really need to. They just have too much heals going on to the other side, and no less that D.Va is just really troublesome. They're going to need to either have some real great backwork to not only take it out, but some heals in between. D.Va does have her ult, so we're going to have to be really careful so that we don't get into a major grouping, so we do not get taken over. Looks like Reaper was going to show up a little bit. He was like, come here, come here. But we're going to have to get some little bit of contesting here on point. 2 on point, 1 on point, 2. The other side's currently at 95. Contest, contest. Need some heals, though. Malga is the only one contesting on point. Unfortunately, they could not secure that security point in time, making it unable for them to even have a bit of control for that. But GG's out to Capital pretty much for taking over that scenario and no less using the witnesses to pretty much take out Missouri Western. Those weaknesses are really big, especially when you can get them, like I've talked about. You can spread everybody out from their grouping and separate them. You're able just to take out everybody. It's just really unfortunate that Missouri Western got spread so thin, and no less, they pretty much had one ult after another. The Reaper ult to the D.Va ult, and then they had Zenyatta that pretty much boosted that whole point on control. Not really having much of an opening to not only push back and get grounds again, which was really unfortunate, but hopefully Missouri Western will come up with a new strategy. Looks like we have the same teams as last time, so whatever they're thinking on the other side, they're like, it must be working, so they're going to stick with it. But I'd love to see what Missouri Western has in mind with Malga. Don't know if they might switch to Zarya in this scenario, but it looks like Malga is going to be right now the choice for their current choosing. Looks like it, once again, machine guns against machine guns. However, Malga did not stand a chance, unfortunately. Just too much heavy damage and fire being undertaken. Looks like D.Va is going to center on Sojourn right now. So they're going to have to make a little bit of a break for it. I would love to see a little bit of pushback from Missouri Western. Unfortunately, they just do not have enough heals right now to kind of reinforce what they want to do. Sojourn jumps the wall, hoping to get a little bit of a reevaluation, and I called it. Chicken switch from Malga to Zarya. Hopefully we can get some bubble time, a little bit of beaming, because this will pretty much differentiate out of the D.Va's penetrating shields, and no less, pretty much leave her defenseless. Somebody get that Ana. There is no way we're leaving that Ana half-baked. Guys. She's literally 2 hits. Anybody get that Ana. Nicely done. Gonna need some heals right now for the Zarya, though. Nice. Impeccable job done by the healers. Pretty much being very open and no less watching that surrounding area. Missouri Western was just able to kind of concept and understand kind of what they want to go for. However, now they're gonna have a bigger problem with Ball. Oh, I thought Ball was purposely falling off the map. Ball does a full roundabout, going in probably for a smash attack on point just to kind of get some damage removing. Yep. Missouri Western's have to be really careful, but it looks like we're going to be popping ult on point with our Reaper. Ball, however, does get taken out, fortunately, even with him using his spinning attack, as I would like to call it. But pretty much Ball does get taken out in that coordination, living in that Missouri Western gets to that 50% on objective point. Looks like Reaper's going to take out some petty damage here and there, because, I mean, if man's going to roll by himself, man's going to roll by himself. That'd be how it be. But it looks like Reaper against Reaper again. Reaper is just, I swear, it's always ego. Ego against ego. Unfortunately, our Reaper could not stay in the Fury. Fury does take out our Fishu Chiha, but it looks like Sojourn is doing what he can to pretty much stick by our tank, but does get taken out by Kid Fury, popping his ult, getting 2-way kill, and Missouri Western almost gets a full team wipe. We're going to need some serious evaluation. Missouri Western does get to that 80%, but this does start the objective pointing for the opposition side to pretty much start their percentage tile. So I would love to see what we're going to do here. Looks like we are sticking with our original grouping. Zarya. Oh, Sojourn's going to jump right over and get some damage real quick. Oh. Just kind of watch, get some heals here and there. What is our ideal? Because I see that we're splitting up again. Ball again is kind of taking some pity hits, kind of going after those that are by themselves, which is what Ball is really great for. Ball is really good for pretty much separating people out and thinning them and then taking out the people that are left by themselves, which it looks like our Curie is all by herself on that other side. I'd love to see her for... Yep, she teleports, gets some support on that other side for Sojourn. Sojourn pops her ult as well with Ball popping ult. Pretty much leaving Missouri Western not to get able to that point side. However, Reaper is also pretty much taking what we just talked about splitting up the group. Oh, looks like they did switch over from Zenyatta over to Weaver. Weaver does pop all on point, pretty much giving them the support that they need. But it looks like Missouri Western does have ult economy. Dude, once again, we talked about this before. If you get pinned and cornered into a room, there's just nothing you can do. But it looks like Zarya's going to pretty much black hole. Fishichia's going to do a little bit of working here and there. Going to real quick separate. Takes out Kid Fury. All we need is a push. All we need is a push. Aim on, aim on. Lock in, lock in. Lock in, Missouri Western, lock in. Take him out, take him out. Nice. 3 kills on Missouri Western, and it's right now going into overtime. So we just need to take Ball, and it is pretty much game. 5 killer streak on Missouri Western with 1 in the escaping. Looks like Reaper's gonna leave no witnesses. Reaper, leave no witnesses. But he does take the hint and pretty much runs off and gets some heals from Kiriko. Good call, good call. Good call with that backup. Missouri Western is just gonna need everything they got to pretty much hold point right now. Push everybody off. At least we can stick together though. Push off, push off, push off. Take off Kid. Nice. We did lose our healer in that transition, but they also lost their DPS. So this is going to give us a little bit of time to take out the Autumn. No more heals. Going into overtime. We need some major heals right now. They do pop all on point as well. Missouri Western is just going to have to be really careful on what they want to do. Ball is flying through the sky right now, trying to pretty much contest point, doing breaking damage. We're going to need some serious ground-breaking rolls. Looks like, again, Iroh is up in the sky, pretty much doing pretty damage here and there. What are we doing? Understands that the point is more important than pretty much taking out the healer. Love that, love that. Well job with focusing. Reaper, again, is doing what he can to pretty much heal. Buy time on point, buy time on point. We're currently in overtime. Can anybody get to the point in time? Looks like Sojourn does make it to the point, just kind of buying us some more time on overtime. Is anyone going to be able to get there in time? Unfortunately, Missouri Western could just not get there in time, but Team 2 does take that win, leaving Capital Technology to pretty much take that overall win for the control points. Impeccably done work by Missouri Western, but hey! But Fish Uchiha takes the game! Let's see that replay. Awesome, so this is when we were pretty much on the first map, and this is when... Did we pop ult here, or is this when we took out all the players? This is when my man got that 5 killer streak! Woo! Let me tell you, that was chef's kiss. That was a beautiful game. Man could not miss. Man did not miss any of his points. Alrighty, so we're gonna real quick BRB as we're gonna wait for their new map. Hi, Missouri Western. Welcome back from the BRB. And I got myself me Bulbasaur. He's been here this entire time. I just forgot to introduce him. I'm so sorry I didn't do you justice. But we are here at Kings Row. And as we all know, this is a hybrid map. And those that do not know what a hybrid map, well, let me tell you. Pretty much it's as simple as a control point. Pretty much we get control. You get a payload. Transport payload. You have two different units. You have the Objective A, Objective B, and then you get pretty much the winning point. And we base this pretty much on a percentage of how much you get there. There's a timeline, and hopefully you make it in time to have extra time afterwards, because if the other team also gets 3 out of 3 percentages, guess what? We're going to round 2, and that pretty much will base on how much time you have left off from last round. But hopefully Missouri Western's not going to have any problems. Oh, scraps for all the robots! Hope you guys have watched robots before. It's worth your time. Robin Williams is in it. That man is amazing. All right, looks like Missouri Western is pretty much, you know, doing their thing. Looks like we have Time Chip as Anna, Chicken going as Zara. Rap is going as, you know, lovely boy Sebastian. And then we got Fisher Chia going as Reaper, and the Twilight Lover going as our girl Mercy. Already popping in. We are just under fire. Literally, hellfire. Good grief. Missouri Western looks like they are on the defense policy, so we're going to have to see hopefully a little bit of backup time right now, because we are currently being mowed over like it's grass season. Looks like Missouri Western is pretty much handling the damage very well, surprisingly, but Time Chip is needing some love as well with our boy Winton. Guys, Bastion needs some love. Can we get some love? That's what I thought. Our boy got some love. Kisses. We love kisses. Looks like Ramatra is also taking heavy damage on the opposition side, as long with the Reaper. Oh, almost taking the Reaper out with that official one done by Anna. Imagine little punch. Like a fly on the wall. Alrighty, looks like Missouri Western is, like we talked about, handling the damage pretty well. So, love to see it, love to see it. Oh! Looks like we do get that combination kill with the help from Mercy to pretty much take out the Anna on the opposition side. Looks like we're pretty much taking damage here and there. Oh, popping off ult. Getting 2 kills there, taking out the Lucio and the Ramatra. Pretty much finishing off that pretty much the defensive movement. But the defense does try to get some of Missouri Western. Unfortunately, I don't think they had their glasses on because they kind of missed. It happens. But as you can see, Missouri Western is pretty much holding up on their own right now. Love to see it, love to see it. The opposition side is doing what they can to pretty much reinforce themselves. Probably going to change up a little bit of positioning here with Hanzo, Anna, Lucio, Reaper, and our boy Ramatra. Ratatata. He's doing his thing, as we know. Oh, Fishuchia is pretty much reading the room, though, taking damage. Bastion, unfortunately, does not get watched in time. We can't babysit them all, unfortunately. But Missouri Western does lose one of our main damagers, but looks like we're going to have to really pull it up with Zarya. Zarya popping a bubble on our Reaper. Reaper getting some chances to pretty much heal up. Oh, she's pulling out the Glock! She's pulling out the Glock, and she gets a kill! Let's freaking go! Katrina. Love to see that. Missouri Western is, like I'm talking, holding up on their own, taking out that Anna. No more heals, no more heals. No. Already, Missouri Western is pretty much healing up and holding up on their own. Objective point has not been claimed. But Ramatra is going to pop out his ult, pretty much try to take out Missouri Western as we speak. But hey, listen, if you got the will, you got the will. Looks like Zarya's going to go and try to take out that other team. Ramatra, unfortunately, does take out Chicken in that digress due to them not pretty much watching where they were going. Bastion also gets taken out as well with Fishuchia. Chip and Mercy gets pretty much a whole sweep, making that a full team kill for our Capital Technology University. But hey, Missouri Western, let me tell you, that first few seconds of us being there with, 55 seconds left, I was impressed. I'm impressed. Chef's kiss to you. But no, Missouri Western is now just going to need to get that redevelopment now that they do have points. So this is pretty much the time when they claim points, and now they got to remove themselves to go and take payload. So Missouri Western, hopefully we can see some little bit of use of corner use, because this is pretty much where you can either get dead aim, or you're either going to get absolutely pinned and demolished, or you're going to do a really great job. It's one of the 3 points. But Missouri Western is doing really good by rolling out their corners, like right there with Reaper. Reaper did a surprise attack, pretty much munching out damage. Oh,
Take out the Sojourn. Really close play there for that Sojourn. Almost getting taken out, but we do see Black ult get used. Reaper just was not close enough to the Black hole, but it looks like he's going to go take out the Ana. Nicely done, leaving Ramattra all by himself. Play the game, play the game, play the game. Let's get him, let's get him, let's get him, let's get him, let's get him. Nice. 5-killer streak from Missouri Western. Pretty much wiping out the entire team. We love you, Bastion. Nicely done by Missouri Western. Looks like they're going to have to regroup while they're waiting for their tank to pretty much come back out from the safe zone. Missouri Western looks like they're going to take advantage of that cornering wall. As you can kind of see, that little arch there, that's what we call a choke point, which pretty much you either get pinned or you get taken out. It's one of the two because there's nowhere to go. Oh, looks like Missouri Western was about to get taken out from behind, but look at that! The supports are taking care of each other! We live for it. We live for support, honey. And look at that. We got our Bastion back in that repercussion. Look at that. Full team from Missouri Western. Nano boost sending out to Zarya. Zarya gets that push. Everybody needs a push in their life. Oh, looks like Reaper is going to go for that Lucio. Pop off, pop off. Back up, regroup, regroup, regroup. Bastion, Bastion, take the damage. Oh, popping off ult. Healing chicken, healing chicken. Pretty much the main game right now while also evading damage juice. Hey, go Twilight Lover with that smack dab damage. Let's go. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. With only 1 minute and 15 seconds left on the payload, hopefully Missouri Western has what it takes to hold. Bastion does have his ult, which, I mean, listen, if you can just nail when they're gonna be, where they're gonna be, that's what makes Bastion's pretty much a gambling ult so nice. Oh, yep. And just like that, are we gonna get anybody? Unfortunately, we do not with that gamble, but hey, it just happens sometimes, but we are seeing a little bit of a popping ult right now on the opposition side. Looks like they're going to try to take out Missouri Western. Gonna need some major heal for Chicken. Looks like they're going to pop Black Hole. Reaper's going to pop his ult, pretty much sending back the other players, taking out the Ramattra and also the Reaper in that repercussion, giving Missouri Western some time to pretty much watch point. Zarya is getting healed immensely well by Time Chip and Twilight Lover. Love to see it, love to see it. Love to see that compassion for our team players. Looks like they are going to be moving point again. Going to need some reinforcements here. Zarya is doing an impeccable job not only with their bubble use, but how they're pretty much watching plays. Going to need some love for Bastion, though. Bastion is doing his best back there as well with Time Chip. Oh, nice job, nice job. They're switching out. They're just watching each other's backs right now. Zarya is going and pulling out the beam. Nicely done by Mercy. Mercy is just watching a little bit contest right now. They only have a few seconds left. It's now for overtime, guys. Overtime. It's time for overtime. Even with that pop from Lucio, they're going to need some real great aim. Bastion, I'm going to want to see it, homie. I want to see that work. I want to see you work it. Overtime is going to be everything to Missouri Western right now to make sure they do not pass point. Popping out the Vex Circle, taking damage what they can off of Missouri Western. They're going to pop Nano, popping off Zarya. Love to see what's going to happen. We do see that there is another boost of pretty much reviving our damage players. Chicken does get taken out in that full unfortunate little circumstance. Looks like Reaper almost took out the other player there. We do see that Ana get transitioned. However, Missouri Western gets taken out. But it looks like Time Chip was doing what he can to pretty much buy some time for that overtime. But unfortunately, they were able to pretty much succeed. But they do have a few seconds if anybody can get there in time. Unfortunately, they could not. With 1 minute and 28 seconds left on the top, they now have 2 points in their scenario. So this is pretty much a time where they're going to need to talk strategy, figure out what they want to do for their ideals. Because now, either they're going to get majorly pushed into the wall and pinned, so they can pretty much... Just going to give some definition here. So what I mean by pretty much to push and pin is that they're going to put in their DPS and heals and then their tank. They're going to have 3 players that are going to move forward and push back the other team. Pretty much giving them bypass to let their other DPS and their other healer push the payload forward, giving them pretty much that opposition and that spacing to pretty much take over the space and distancing, which is pretty much is what's happening right now. But I'd love to see what Missouri Western is going to do underneath this damage. However, we are getting absolutely brutally taken over by this Lucio. This Lucio's aim is off the charts. Somebody's just going to need to step on point. Anybody. Unfortunately, we do not get any hits with that gambling rat moves, but it looks like Bastion is going to pull off some movements here. Anybody get that? Nicely done, taking out that Lucio. Anybody? Reaper taking out 2 hits, taking out the Ana and the Sojourn. All we have to do is take out Ramattra, guys. All we have to do is take out Ramattra, and it's a game over for them. Nicely done. Now just push forward, push forward. We need to push forward, and guys, push forward, please. Thank you. On my push forward, watch corner. Push forward and watch corner. Lucio is gonna try to go touch point. Nice, they do take out Waterboy. Nice. Oh, that was such an unfortunate push there from Missouri Western, just not able to hold that. Do take Lucio in that progression. They pull out ball as a last resort. Missouri Western is a full takeover. Unfortunately, they do lose that map. Super unfortunate. All right, giving them that full 3, but they have no time remaining. So, quick little understanding point here, guys. So all Missouri Western has to do is get all 3 points, but have time left over. If not, take over overtime. Pretty much win overtime. That's all that Missouri Western has to do. So we're gonna need to really lock in. And I mean like locking in. Like grab the padlock, lock it in. No keys. No code. We gotta lock in. Hey, it's Zenyatta! Oh, look at that. How cute. Hero of my story. And it's Diva! Oh, look at her. Look at that little cutie. I always forget these have these little posters. Hey, yo, is that Widowmaker? I love that they take time for their little art pieces. It's so pretty. The attention to detail. It's what makes games great. Love to see it. All right, on the opposition side, it looks like we have a Sigma. Love to see it. And we also have a Reaper, Lucio, a Moira, and a Sojourn. So mostly long-distance base characters and wall characters. So we're going to have to be really careful on what we want to do with that. On the opposition side, looks like we have a ungraceful character. We have Baptiste. Looks like we're going to have a little bit of teleportation. Fisher Chia's doing Symmetra. Gambling Rapid switch over to Soldier. Now back over to Reaper, kind of probably teleportation based. Type Chip is going into Lucio, and Chicken's now choosing Malga. Love to see what we're going to do. So it looks like we're going to take advantage of that high scenic roofing. Looks like they're going to take out that side road just to give them a little bit of walls. Give them a little bit of separation. Love to see it, love to see it. However, do not get too crowded in the space, though. Do not want to get, pinned. Well, it looks like Missouri Western is pretty much handling it out really well. With 3 minutes and 14 seconds left on the game, I mean, anybody's game is anybody's game right now. Love to see it. Oh, looks like Malga's doing long distance right now. Got a lot of health given back to Sigma right there. Popping in an infinity field. Malga's making a push in, taking out some of the health, gets stunned. Anybody's game right now, taking out the Sigma. Get the Moira, get the Moira. Hey, I mean, I get it. If you want to focus on point, focus on point. Get that Reaper. Nice, John. Nicely done, nicely done. Gets the Lucio too. Almost a full team wipe right there. It looks like they're going to switch over from Sigma to Ramatra. So watch the game, guy. Watch the game. All right, and they do get that payload. Impeccably done by Missouri Western. Pretty much pushing them out their players. Looks like they now know what they're going to be kind of expecting. So it looks like we're going to be doing a little bit of distancing and a lot of high work. I would love to see what this is going to look like. Are they going to pop a vortex at that little crouching point? Most of the time they do that just so they can get some easy damaging here and there. But it looks like most of their teammates are going to be playing distancing based. Malga's already popping a little bit of E. Love to see it, love to see it. Can we get a little bit more of a push here? Looks like we are taking advantage of those little walls and corners like we talked about before. Those are going to be your best friends, especially with defense. But Missouri Western is pretty much pushing in the payload, but we are now hitting that choke point where we're going to need either some heals or gone. But hey, Gambling Rat and Lucio take out the Sojourn straight away, leaving pretty much everyone out for themselves. So we are either going to see some massive damage takeout or we are going to see a whole team wipe. I'm going to want to see it. Oh, Moira's going to pop out her ult. Give us some time. Malga with the smash. Stunning. Pretty much knocks out the Moira in that scenario. Gets slapped. Hey, but at least we got that Soldier. Soldier's doing damage. Soldier's doing damage. Where's that Ana? Where's that Ana? Go get that Ana. We do have a Sojourn that did pop in. Nicely done. Pretty much a full team wipe, technically speaking, since we took out the Sojourn early. But Missouri Western pretty much does have 4 ults now in their category, versus the other side with only having 2 ults in their economy. So right now, Missouri Western is pretty much taking the overall ult economy, already succeeding to that midpoint. I do not know what Capital has in mind, but I'm guessing their kind of whole technique right now is that they're going to want to watch base. Because if they can get to base, then they're pretty much finished. And Missouri Western has pretty much 4 minutes and 47 seconds left on the game. Currently, they are succeeding and pretty much raiding. Malgo with the stun. Oh, nice popping stun. Can't really do anything right now. Infinity Field is up. Oh, nicely done. Unfortunately, Missouri Western only lost Twilight Lover in that Zek, taking out Reaper. Come on, come on. Get some heals, get some heals. Tap that E button, tap the E button. Almost taking out. Oh, he's gonna go for the smash and it takes him out. Let's freaking go. Missouri Western is currently creaming Capital right now. I repeat, we are creaming Capital. Get out that pie, guys. Time for a slice. Missouri Western is currently succeeding and pushing that payload. A little bit of contest right now, but hey, we're gonna need to back up a little bit, Reaper. We are overstepping right now, my man. Overstepping, overstepping. Love to see it, love to see it. Happy that we can get him back safely and healed. However, we are now at, like we talked about, that corner point that is going to be not so friendly. Mal gonna pop in, pop it off. Let's see this. He does get stunned. All right, let's take out the whole team. Let's do this. Let's freaking go. Go get him. Go get him, bro. Go get him, bro. Go get him. Love to see the support. Love to see the support. And we are cooking. I repeat, we are cooking that turkey. Hey, I don't know what that healer was doing. Oh, she was waiting. She was just waiting. That's cute. That was really cute of you. That was really cute of you to do. Love that. Looks like, again, Missouri Western. Let's do this, bro. Finish him. Finish him. Finish him. Finish him before he gets healed. Nicely done. Ana, you are by yourself, my man. Ana, you are by yourself. Take out the Sojourn. Take out the Sojourn. And with 3 minutes and 5 seconds left on the mapping round, we have succeeded. With 3 points on Missouri Western side. Tell me. All they have to do, Missouri Western has one job. One job, and that's it. All they have to do is not let them claim point. And they're cooked. That's it. And Missouri Western will take the game. See, they locked on. That's what I want to see. But I'm going to real quick talk about Capital, because there's some things I also want to acknowledge. Capital reads Missouri Western like a book. Like, if we were to open it to a chapter, they know what Missouri Western is up to. And with Missouri Western and what they pretty much scaled up damage-based, Capital is aware of it. And that doesn't mean Capital is not going to switch up their team, does not mean they're going to switch up pretty much what they're going to be playing with, but they're now going to pretty much check what they're going to be doing playstyle-wise. And I want to see what Capital has to offer to push Missouri Western. Because this is either going to be a live or die round for them. This is pretty much is what's going to contender whether or not we go for another round. Hey, look at that man. Hey, we love a mustache. But I want to see this. Show me what we're made of, Missouri Western. Show me what we're made of. Because all we need is 1 point. Oh, that's the other thing I forgot. Because Missouri Western is the only one with time left, they will have to capture point. So hey, if we're able to pretty much follow through and, you know, watch what they're doing, this will be pretty much an easy takeover. Hey, leave yourself in the open like that. We love you. Hey, Fishuchia, getting that final kill, taking out the Reaper. Hey, yo, Lucio going for that move. Bro's like, I'm not by myself. I'm not by myself. What do you think I'm doing, bro? Oh. He's like, come here. I just want to give you some candy. Just come here. Oh my goodness. Slaughtered. And Missouri Western takes the round. Amazing victory for Missouri Western. Love to see it. Heartsies. And that game on the play. Let me see it. Who gets that game? Hey, Kitty Furry. Game of the play for Reaper. Let's see this. Okay, so this is pretty much when we hit that point B. Their man popped off, went to sleep, Reaper disappeared, went from behind, got the Bastion, I'm assuming. Yup. So, got the Bastion. But then we rezzed Bastion, like, right after that. But no, pretty nice for Missouri Western. Just gonna talk about that game a little bit since there is a little bit to kind of digest from that point. So, understanding real quick that Capital Technology pretty much did great the first round, especially when they were having a bunch of switches. Notice how they're very proactive when switching characters. They're very aware of Missouri Western's long distance range. Either they spread themselves really thin or they're grouped up well that they're able to pretty much read walling. And I think that's great because that's something that Missouri Western maybe has a little bit of weaknesses on. That they're not really able to kind of intel it, but you kind of saw when Missouri Western, as I was saying, lock in. Missouri Western was pretty much watching patterns from Capital. Capital pretty much regroups, takes the far wall, and they play long distance. While Missouri Western groups and moves along the long distancing, and when they're not separated, pretty much take in the attack. They take the damage, but they have healers behind with a little bit of damaging, so they're pretty much getting supported while we're moving forward, which low-key, I love to see it. And that's something that Missouri Western has been doing super well to perfect over time. Love it. So when we saw that next game, oh, you're good. I gotcha. Sorry guys. We just had a little bit of a talk real quick from our higher-ups up there. I will do a BRB in just a second. I just want to finish up a few things I have to say. But, going back to the main point, I loved what Capital had to do. Pretty much with watching characters changing, because we noticed right at that end of the game when they were getting their third point is that they switched from Ramatra to Ball. I think at that time, Ball is great because Ball has the latch technique. When you are here and everyone's on point and you know they're moving that point forward, there's nothing you can do to stop Ball because Ball will just push you off, and because of the map detail, there's little open corners, so when you're getting pretty much shoved and then you get the stunning tuck, you're pretty much pushed off the map. The same thing that we have with Lucio, which is why Lucio is so great for that map. It's because you can get pushed off the map. And unless you got Lifeweaver to pretty much save you, you're cooked. But I love that Missouri Western pretty much improvised as they went from starting with Zarya, and then they switched over to Malga. Because Malga, like we talked about, they now went from a far distance to a more closer range, but still getting able to pretty much communicate their movements. And that's what I really was excited to see from Missouri Western because it instantly locked in. Instantly they locked in, found out what they needed to do, and Missouri Western took the game. But I am extremely impressed with Capital for reading Missouri Western the way that they did, because I think that's what makes Missouri Western improve a lot more, and especially for Capital as well. They were starting to learn Missouri Western's ways, trying to see when they were going off that back corner, as they saw before the first round when they were taking it in, but super glad to see it. But other than that, I have nothing else to say, but I would love to see what you guys have to say in stream and such. Unfortunately, I do not have it pulled up next to me, but I will check on those later. But we are going to real quick go to our BRB, and then we'll talk about what we'll be looking for next round. Thank you so much. Hey, Missouri Western, welcome back from the BRB. And we are playing in the map of Atlas. So this is another one of these Flashpoint maps. So it's best out of 3. So love to see it, love to see it. Ooh. I always forget, this kind of looks like... Don't ask me the language. I just know similar locations. It's somewhere up in Europe. It's somewhere in Europe. Don't ask me. Probably North Asia, South Asia, somewhere. Hey, I don't got that geography map on me. I can't point out where we're at. I can only identify, but all I can tell is that those plane and that airport map up there that I saw, somebody's late for their flight. Where's your ticket? Ticket, please. That's all I can say. Oh. Gotta lock in. Missouri Western is locking in with those players with Twilight Lover going with Kiriko, Fisher Chios going Sojourn. Oh, because they update on that. They banned, you know, our boy Reaper. It happens. They also banned as well Ana. So we are losing both of our main players, but it looks like Gambling Rap is going to go with our man of the evening, Soldier. And we got some Malga and our boy Zenyatta, our man Zenyatta. Yay! Zenyatta does absolutely get eaten alive, unfortunately. Opposition side looks like we have our boy Ramatra. Kid Fury looks like he's going with Cassidy. Iroh's going Mercy. Len Solo, thanks, is going as Crazy Lady. Scientist Crazy Lady. Don't ask. I literally knew her name last map. We're not going to talk about it. Moira and then Sojourn. Looks like Missouri Western is doing really good, though, with Pat, with taking care of map right now. But can anybody step down on point, please? Why are we sitting on high ground? I mean, I get why, but, you know. Nice. Taking out turkey legs. Nice. Can't you tell I'm hungry? Ayo, Malga taking that stomp, getting a stun, almost taking out Ramatra. Let's see it, bro. Let's see it. Oh, gotta take out Mercy. Excuse me. Someone get the Mercy. Someone get that Mercy. Mercy's not playing fair right now, bro. Should have picked Mercy. Hey. Looks like the Missouri Western is kind of meeting a little bit of competition right now. Hey, get that. Nicely done. Vishuchia taking that kill. Hey, yo, Malga needs some love. Nice to see it. Good to see it. Malga with almost a good release stun. Hey. Nice. Ramatra's just a few hits. Nice. Freaking takedown from our supports. We love to see them. Nice. Gonna need some love. Probably gonna pop out an infinity field for him just in a second. Gonna need some love. Nicely done by Zenyatta, having that awareness right now. Malga looks like they're just kind of waiting for everybody, you know, pop out of that little corner piece right there. Seems to be a safe haven for them. You know, gotta take advantage of your corners here. Malga's gonna need some love. Oh, looks like we're gonna pop all real quick. Auto locking in. Lock in. Nice, taking out that healer with them. By all means, pop it, stun it. He's 2 hits, just take him. Thank you. I was like, please don't let the Mercy get him. Don't let it happen. My finger, Oh, looks like they're switching over from that Mercy play. We're just gonna have a full team change. Okay, thank you. Switching over from that Ramatra to Zarya. Kid Fury is going from Cassidy over to Bastion. Looks like they need more firepower. Gonna probably meet Wits with Malga here. Iroh switching over to Zenyatta as well. Lanzo is switching over to Waterboy. Don't ask the name. Something Lee. Don't ask. Sojourn. Pretty much similar game as last time, so love to see it. We do get Flashpoint claim. Oh. We are getting water thrown at us. Nice. Missouri Western does claim point value right now. Hey, guys. Malga needs some love. Malga really needs some love. Oh, looks like we kind of popped that ult just a little bit late, but hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do just to keep the full team alive. I mean, that's better than nothing, but we are probably going to get overrun by the Zarya. Zarya does have that technical, you know, pointed advantage with that bubble and no less beam support, kind of like they do with Widowmaker when they can pretty much charge to a certain amount of percent. Looks like we're going to pop a little bit of a healing field right now. Again, Lu Wang, that's his name. Lu Wang is going to pop out a wave, giving some heals and damage both at the same time. The other side does take advantage and starts their percentage right now due to Missouri Western not being able to pretty much stand on point. Malga needs some major backup right now. Back up, back up, back up. Bastion does take out our Malga and our healer in that transaction. We are really hurt right now on Missouri Western time. Oh my goodness, on Missouri Western's team, we are just getting cornered right now and just not able to make enough damage to pretty much keep up with that healing. We are either going to need to change characters or we're either going to need to have some type of new skill to pretty much benefit us because right now that Zarya is creaming us along the sides with Bastion. Hey, sometimes you need to pick a salad sometimes, guys. Oh, please do not be in a group. Separate yourselves, please. Thank you. Thank you for reading the room. I love you. Oh, unfortunately, we could not get out in time, but Zarya does pop bubble and black hole at the same time, stunning and almost taking out Malga. Fortunately, they do win that. Missouri Western pops all trying to keep alive. The Malga looks like we are the only ones standing on point right now. Brosep's just like, I'm trying so hard. Fortunately, we could not get to that digression. It's better just to regroup. Just regroup. This is going to be the downplay of Missouri Western just needing to regroup, get together, reevaluate, and maybe switch up players. They heard me. That's beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted to see.
Oh yeah, diving in.
All right, Missouri Western is going to pull up with the Zarya as well. So Zarya against Zarya. They both have Zenyatas. The only difference is that... Oh, we're also pulling a Lu Wei. Okay. Copy and paste. Copy and paste. Besides us having Sojourn and the other side having Bastion. Show me what you got. Show me what you got, Missouri Western. Show me what you got. What type of... Speaking of food, what type of pancakes are we making? Chocolate chip, blueberry, cinnamon. What are we in the mood for? Clearly, we need some dessert. Oh, Zarya against Zarya. Almost getting to that 100% beam use. Love to see it, love to see it. Gonna need some heals, though. Gonna need some real intense love right now. Hey, I need some syrup on the side of kisses. Love to see it, love to see it. Looks like we're gonna get a little bit of the boost here. Fisher Chio's popping all along with Gambling Rat, taking out people where they can. Fortunately, we also gotta dodge out people while we can. Zarya's bubble is now down. This is the time to take damage. Lu Wang pops out a wave, healing people in that transaction. What are we doing? Are we popping up? What are we doing, homies? What are we doing? Oh, getting some damage, getting some damage. 49% goes over to our Capital Technology. Missouri Western starting up their percentage tile here on Flashpoint. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we seeing? What are we seeing? Looks like we're just, you know, throwing water at each other. Love to see it. Love to see it. Hey, we've all thrown water balloons before. Just one of those times. Looks like Missouri Western is going to need some intense amount of love right now. I'm going to need more coupons. Throw more coupons, guys. Oh, Missouri Western kind of watching right now. Zarya popping off, popping off. We're going to need some love. We're going to need some love. Fortunately, we do kind of get a transaction here of taking out not only their Sojourn and their Bastion. We do lose not only our heals, but our damage and our tank in that transaction, giving the opposition the chance to pretty much take over Flashpoint, beginning their percentage up. Regroup, guys. Regroup, regroup. Looking at that ult economy real quick, looks like Missouri Western almost has 2 in their positioning, with the opposition side having 2 and almost 3 with their Zarya in that positioning. What do we have in mind? What do we have up our sleeve for Missouri Western? All right, well, it's either time to spread out really thin or move somewhere that Bastion is not going to touch. Nice job with our healers, pretty much taking out that Zuzu bomb. Oh, nicely done. Hey, that was an impeccably done choice, especially with control. Unfortunately, we were just not able to take that reversing tide from Twilight Lover. However, we get a black hole from the opposition side, just kind of leaving Missouri Western here on the barebone side. Dude, what is happening? There is just so much going on at once. We are just not able to catch anybody. Everybody's just getting slaughtered. Oh my goodness. Run, my homie, run. Like literally, run. Unfortunately, we do lose that flashpoint. So we do only have, I think it's either 1 or 2 left, depending on if Missouri Western is able to claim the next one. Then it's each one is going to be 1 or 2. What is up our sleeves, my homies? What is up our sleeves? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? What's the plan? What's the plan? I see that we're kind of splitting up a little bit. Looks like we're taking catty corners. Okay. Zarya's sending in a little bit of a bomb use. Looks like we're getting some heals right now. Zarya's kind of taking some popping points here and there. There's just no space to kind of push in, if you know what I mean. It's just there's no pushing. Because everybody's either on high ground, because that's the thing I guess Missouri Western just really not unfortunately going to have in this scenario was going to having the high ground. We do lose our heals on this. What is Missouri Western going to do? A lot of contesting right now is happening on point. We're going to need to either lock in or figure out how we're going to get high ground as well on the other side. Because right now, Bastion is taking advantage that we don't have any high ground right now, which is leaving us pretty much defenseless and healsless. So Zarya unfortunately does get taken out due to that heal beam and no less protractor beam. And getting ball at the same time. Oh, looks like we take them out with Soldier! Hey, listen, a win is a win sometimes for Missouri Western. Healers gotta watch healers, and DPS gotta watch DPS. We got the 67, almost 70% right now for Missouri, for the opposition side for Capital. Missouri Western is still at 0. We're gonna need some change in our surroundings, please. Take some high ground. Missouri Western also has 3 ults in their variable, so we could change the game. But Bastion is gonna take heavy damage right now. Hey, listen. Back up who you can, back up who you can. Looks like he's going to go far point. Take out who he can. Doesn't take anybody in that transaction. Super glad. However, Gambling Rat does get taken out in that scenario due to Bastion pretty much aiming straight at him. No mercy. No mercy, guys. Homie needs some heals. Homie needs some heals. There is just no time to get anybody. To get no damaging. Gonna pop ult real quick, though. Hopefully give us, but they do also pop their ult as well with the Iris movement. Looks like we also pop the Infinity Field. We take out their heals as well with their tank. Nice, nice, nice. And DPS. Oh, we gotta take out Lu Wang. Just get Lu Wang. You have 2 things. Just take out the soldier, take out whoever you can, and back up. Back up and stay on point. This is the time to lock in, Missouri Western. We gotta lock in. Either you watch high ground or they take high ground. Somebody's got to take it. What are we doing? What is our plan? What is our plan? Missouri Western has 2 ults in their recommendation as well, with the other side having almost 2 as well. Looks like they are going to go and take that high approach. What is our ideals? Both popping bubbles to give them each other benefit. Popping the black hole. Take it out. They both take out the healers and their soldier, and impeccably done. All they have to do is take out tank. And they do claim the flashpoint. Impeccably done by Missouri Western, taking advantage of that high ground like we talked about. Beautiful. Now we just got to get over to the other objective before the other team does, so we can get a little bit more time to organize and regroup ourselves. But it looks like the other team is already pretty much making their way to that designated area. So we're going to need some type of designation to pretty much give them the game that they need. Missouri Western has only 1 ult in their recommendation, while the other side has their black hole and also their Lu Wang. This is anyone's game. This is anyone's game right now for this flashpoint. Gonna need some heals for Chicken. Take advantage of walls. Take advantage of walls right now. Heal what you can from an angle. Heal what you can. Tank against tank. Someone is gonna need to take the back zone to go and take out the different damages. Chicken's gonna need some healing. Love to see it. Heal the Sojourn. Nicely done. Love to see it. Nice. Good healing. Good healing. Unfortunately, they just could not outbeat the Bastion in that black circle. Just not a lot we could do in that scenario. Sojourn against Sojourn. All right, Missouri Western, go off, taking out their tank and their DPS in that whole predicament. Love to see it. Soldiers going for Bastion. Bastion backing up. Back up. Just stay on point. Stay on point. This is going to be your main prerogative. Stay on point and regroup. Take what you can for the high ground. Take what you can. Watch each other's back. This is either going to be the win or the lose for either side, but we just need to see. Missouri Western does its 3 ults in their economy. All they have to do is hold flashpoint. Hold flashpoint. Need some heals. Need some major heals right now for Missouri Western. Get stunned. Need some love. Need some love for Zarya right now, my mans. Love to see it, love to see it. They are doing everything they can. They are on major fire, taking out Ramatra, DPS, and heals. And the other Ira. Let's freaking go. Full team wipe with that full 3 use of their ult economy. Love to see it. Missouri Western is on fire right now with that ult use and no less taking advantage. But are they going to be able to withstand the other side with only having 75% on Flashpoint? There is 2 ults to the other side's economy. Are they going to take the game? Missouri Western does have a Kiriko ult with Chicken only 30% away. Is this a game to win? Does Missouri Western have what it takes? Popping ult for Kiri. Popping ult. It's time to lock in. Who is going to take the game? Take out Ramatra. Ramatra's gone. Take out heals. That's all you gotta do. Bubble yourself. Take out the tank. Bastion's gone. DPS. Just get the DPS, honey. All you gotta do. Lu Wang, once he's out of the picture, gonna need some major heals. But Missouri Western takes the point! Letting Missouri Western win the Flashpoint round! That was insane play. Fisher Chia taking that game with the Sojourn. So let's see that replay real quick. Let me see it. Locking in. Taking out. Oh, this is when we see the other tank gets taken out. Sojourn versus Sojourn. And we do know how that ends. The Sojourn does get taken out, making the 3-player streak be at the thing. I am flabbergasted and impressed. That was impeccable. That was some serious carrying. We may have gotten cooked the first 2 flashpoints, but Missouri Western, let me tell you, they locked in and they got the last 3. That use of ults was impeccable. Gonna talk about a few of those points real quick from Capital. Capital, impeccable job. Taking, first of all, those 2 flashpoints right underneath Missouri Western's feet. Once again, we want to talk about their opposition players. They didn't have a Reaper like we didn't have a Reaper. They had a Cassidy, they had a Mercy, and they had, oh my goodness, a Sojourn, and as well with a Moira. And then their takes kind of switched between Zarya and Ramatra. I noticed that we often have a lot of tough times when picking through Ramatra on the other team, and then we'll switch to Zarya, and then they'll switch to Zarya, and it's just the depicting of who has the game. Who's willing to push for it? Are they going to be able to read them? Our walls, are we going to use the walls to our own contending? And those heals, by golly, I would love to know what their sensitivity is, because those aims were on point. Like, those heals, I couldn't even believe what I was seeing with my own eyes sometimes, because Missouri Western's heals were on point. Like, the Zarya was down to almost 10 HP at one point, and Kiri and Zenyatta were on point. They were ready. And then when we switched over to Baptiste, even more. The technical balance that it takes just to heal and no less watch everybody else. Serious performance from Missouri Western. I have so much respect for the time they put into their game. Currently, we're at a hold right now, so we're going to go for that BRB, but I will be right back. Hackers. Yo, 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 what's up, Missouri Westerns? We are back in the game. And we are going to New Queen Street, and this is a push map. So pretty much what you're going to be expecting here on the map today is we're going to be pushing robots. So this is pretty much based on the time of 5 minutes with the robot being pushed a certain amount of distancing. By the time when it runs out, depending on which team has the most distance, they win the game. Or if they push the robot all the way to the ending point, they take the game. So love to see what Missouri Western has to give. Some side notes here, they did ban Malga and we banned Sojourn. So love to see what we have player-wise popping in. Looks like we have our Zarya, Zenyatta, Soldier, Vishuchia's Roof Reaper, and Kiriko. The other side, oh, we got ourselves a Junker Queen. Well, I'll be cooking. And then we got a Torborn, Lucio, Moira, and Reaper. Well, that's a new one. Usually Kid Fury goes with Reaper, but it looks like they are switching it over to the other player to take it. So I am as surprised as ever. Okay, I would love to see what this is going to look like already for Missouri Western, but it looks like everybody's already crowding around Robot. Robot opens in about 10 seconds. What does this look like? Already, it looks like that they're going to try to take Missouri Western from that side corner. Okay, they're going to try taking people from the sides. Vishuchia almost gets taken out, but does get a little bit of no chance to pretty much survive. Unfortunately, just not enough heals on the ground, focusing mostly on Tank right now. Tank pops Bubble. Loses Robot in the transition, just not enough heals right now for Missouri Western. Doing what they can damage-wise. They're just going to need to either group up and stick together. Looks like they're just going to pop out a negative orb just to kind of take out balance boys. We do use... Zenyatta loses all of his balls. Flies down the street. That's kind of cool. I love that effect. Moira almost gets taken out, disappears, and quickly does some reevaluation. Looks like Uchiha's going to help boost Moira's little boosting here, as well with... Looks like Lucio's going to give a little bit more boosting to his team just to get that extra health balance. And it looks like we are just going to push what we can, taking out the Junker Queen and the turret. Love to see it, love to see it. We are starting to push the robot forward. Gonna need some heals for our people, so do not get too far and comfortable yet because we're gonna need some love. Lots of kisses. Love to see it, love to see it. We have a Kiri. Kiri, we love you so much, but please don't get taken out by Reaper just because he decides to pick on you. I don't want that for you. You deserve a better life. Already popping into that ult economy. It looks like Missouri Western already has about one in their category, with the other side also having one with Torborn. So, love to see what Torborn has to pretty much offer, as we know that he has his turret opposition. Looks like he's popping off ult already, pretty much raining down on that street section. Pretty much allowing us not to have Robot, but hey, by all means, sometimes you gotta just work with what you got. Almost taking out Junker Queen, takes out Lucio in the progression. Okay, but we do lose two in that progression, losing Vishuchia and Soldier, and being pretty much pinned against that wall, having no choice but to back up and do what we can, minimal damage-wise. Popping Zuzu. Looks like right now Missouri Western is just going to need to heal each other and just give some time to pretty much benefit and take advantage of those wall coverages. Nice. Teleportation. Zuzu. Iris popping two ults at once with our... Nice. Zenyatta pops ult at the same time with our girl from Junker Queen. Junker Queen could not get anybody, unfortunately, in that little round of all ult. Need lots of heals. Popping Zuzu. Need more heals, taking out the other. Nice. So we pretty much almost have a full team wipe, taking out the Junker Queen, Torborn, Lucio, and Reaper in that progression, leaving only the Moira to pretty much back up and regroup with her team again, giving Missouri Western pretty much the progression to push forward and take advantage of Robot. Missouri Western, kind of looking at economy right now, is in the advantage, with them having 4 versus the other side only having 2. Lucio popping all, pretty much giving extra damage boosting as well with healing ability. Gonna need some serious amount of love right now. Missouri Western can pop all if they decide to. The other side also pops their ult on their Reaper. Missouri Western teleports and gets away. Looks like it's just about the game of either evading and just watching and playing based on ear flames. I don't blame them. I mean, I don't want to waste an ult that doesn't need to be wasted yet. I totally understand, but this does give the new progression to the other side to take advantage of this and pretty much either take over Missouri Western's progression right now. And it looks like they do take advantage of Robot. A little bit of a progression here and there. Looks like Zarya does reclaim the Robot and is just kind of watching left to right. Looks like Reaper's going to back up, regroup with the team. We're gonna need the healers are kinda need to back up just a little bit. Looks like Kiriko and Reaper are kind of just taking advantage of pretty much pushing back that team and healing each other. Oh my goodness, they take out the Torbjorn and that Reaper in that progression. Love to see it, love to see it. Missouri Western, again, is in the advantage for the ult economy, having 4 in their progression from switching over from Soldier over to Zenyatta. With the other side only having 2 of their ults in progression. Again, Missouri Western is pretty much in the lead right now with 84.24 meters. Popping ult again for the Torbjorn. Moira popping ult, pushing back Missouri Western. What has Missouri Western got up their sleeve right now? We do lose not only one of them, but we do pop ult to kind of give us a little bit of progression time. Popping a little bit of a Zuzu action, taking dagger hits right now. Love to see the kunais take out people left to right. Pretty much almost getting a full... Speak of the devil, it's a full team wipe. Missouri Western is now at 108, 109, 110. Going up to that 120 progressively quickly with a little bit of contesting right now. Gonna need some love. Popping all right now from Twilight Lover, giving us some time, some speed, and some love. Taking out the Torbjorn. Looks like we're gonna pin him. Take him out in the progression. 15 killer streak. Take Moira out. Nicely done. Looks like all we have to do is take out Pharah. Take out the Pharah. Pharah's out. All they have left, take out the Lifeweaver, and we successfully push the robot all the way to the end, making Missouri Western the winner of this game rep against Capital Technology University. Congratulations to Missouri Western with taking that win. GG's, guys. Love to see it. Let's see that play of the game. Vishu Jiha with that major ult push. Love to see this real quick. All right, this is pretty much when we were in the mid-range. This is pretty much when we saw a little bit of an ult push. Teleportation, get some heals, taking out Moira. Oh, Lucio, get that Lucio. Nice. That was a 3-killer streak. Nice. Love to see it. Major plays today from Missouri Western, especially from Fishuchia. Shout out to you for those amazing ult plays, as well with our entire team, with pretty much balancing off of Capital Technology. Love to see it, guys. As always, we love that you guys will tune in. Do not forget our game on Thursday. And remember, no Rocket League tomorrow. We'll have a Rocket League match around 7:15. Don't really know if they're still going to progress with that, but if we do, we'll go to a BRB and we will be back probably within a few minutes just to kind of set up that whole scenario. But we love to have you guys here as always. Make sure to follow our Twitch, our YouTube, and Twitter. We'd love to hear from you guys as always, and we love you so much. And let's go to that BRB. Thank you so much. Alrighty, Missouri Western, welcome back into the match. Looks like we do have ourselves a little good match right now with Missouri Western currently in the lead with 3 points with 1 minute and 15 seconds back in the progression here. We have Elite, Turtle Wing, and Yimbo with us today. Again, I didn't know they had little sounds from the background. That's nice to know. Must have came with, I guess, either we've had them off this entire time. It happens. Loki, Elite kind of doing a little bit of flip right now. Looks like Yimbo is going to take contracting. Just kind of watching left to right now. Who's going to take balancing right now? Off wall. Do get an unfortunate takeover with Elite pretty much getting demolitioned. Bob looks like he's going to pass it, balance it. Turtle Wing takes position. Looks like we're going to get a push forward. Takes advantage, does a little bit of a flip there. Yimbo on goal watch. Good save, good save. Does take advantage and pushes back. What's our goal right now? What's our goal? With 30 seconds left on the play, what are we going for, Missouri Western? What are we seeing? Looks like it's just really stalling right now with about 24 seconds, almost 20 seconds left on the game. Nicely done by Elites there, pretty much taking advantage of the ball and doing a 50 in the air and taking advantage of that movement. Elite again kind of balancing off and pushing ball back. Yimbo watching goal, pushing back. 9, 8, 7, 6. Who's going to take the match? Who's going to take the match? What is it going to look like for Missouri Western right now? Are we going to take goal? And Orange does take advantage. An impeccable job. I think you guys have the score thing switched. It's okay. Missouri Western, you guys can fix that in just a second. But the other side, looks like George Mason Academy actually takes the win and not Missouri Western. Going to need to switch those in just a second for you guys. But a little bit of a hassle here and there, but Missouri Western does do what they can to pretty much take advantage of the game, but love to see it. So already heading on to the next map. Hey guys, you guys need to switch over the titles when you get a second. Please and thank you. They're on the wrong side. It's okay. I gotcha. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Missouri Western, it looks like they're doing a little bit of balancing here and taking advantage of the ball. Fortunately, they do get a little bit of a skip trip off the dashboard. Looks like Yimbo's kind of playing off the backboard here. Unfortunately, could not get the ball out of the way due to the lack of boost from Missouri Western side, but Jay taking advantage of that opposition and pushing in the ball, taking that goal with them off the backboard. Impeccable gameplay. Let's see what Missouri Western has to get to that off push. Let's go, let's go. Back at the kickoff right now as we're pushing through. Looks like Missouri Western does not win that kickoff, but looks like Jay, again, is at the corner of Missouri Western side. Looks like they're going to make a push to play. Who's going to take the ball? Who's going to take the ball? Looks like Ali is trying to balance off right now. Yimbo pushing off the ball, doing that 50. A lot of lack of boost right now on both teams. Going to need some love here and there. Looks like we're just mostly doing groundwork right now. Elite's barely missing that ball. Bob takes advantage of the ball, pushing it off to the side. Looks like he was setting it up for Jay. Jay could not get it quick enough for Yimbo. All right, looks like Justin is going to push the ball all the way across the zone, setting it up for Jay. Good thing that we have Yimbo there with a little bit of a save there. Elite's pushing off the ball. Jay might take advantage. Looks like we're doing a 50. Misses it. Sets it up. Anybody takers? Unfortunately, we did not have enough progression to kind of watch throughout that ball play. Looks like, again, we're going to go down for that push. Pushing it up. Anybody's game. 50 right now, off the wall. Bob is going for that goal. Turtle Wing was aware of it. Good to see that play. Good to see that play. Just again is going for that open zone. Jay's taking advantage. Almost gets that sword. Gets saved, thankfully. Again, Kev setting it up. Jay with an answer. Again, setting the ball into the air with a good old 50. Kev taking advantage. What a great save from Yimbo there from saving the ball. Again, another flip in the air. Kick flip. Justin taking advantage. Elite with another save. We are just having ball after ball with a save after save for Missouri Western right now. Elite's pushing it off. And he reads. Goals. Unfortunately, we just could not get to that ball in time. An impeccable setup, though. Just going to rewatch this real quick. Just setting it up. sending it in as a straight curve. Jay being there just in case it didn't get in, but back at the kickoff here with 2 minutes and 51 seconds. 2 points going to George Mason right now. We do win that kickoff, barely with Elite. Gets a bit of a demolition there from Jay. This is really unfortunate for Missouri Western. They got to really lock in to kind of figure out what they want to do strategy-wise. Almost getting that kick in the game. Unfortunately, Kebab was just able to read that and send that message over to Jay, where Jay was able to defend the goal in remarkably good times. Look, Elite is doing a 50 off the backboard. Do we get a read? Turtle Wing does read. Unfortunately, gets off the top of the backboard again. Yimbo meets with the halfway. Is any going to be able to save the ball? Off that side backboard. Again, Kebab is just waiting for Missouri Western to pretty much use their boost right now. Taking advantage. Yimbo, again, just kind of watching, gathering boost, kind of watching plays right now. Off the sideboard right now. Kebab almost making that goal. Thankfully was not able to get that with too much boost power getting moved. Elite setting it up. Jay taking advantage. Looks like they're doing a 50 in the air just to kind of push ball. Taking advantage right now of just what they can do. Turtle Wing pretty much denying, pushing off, and using some defense. Looks like Elite's going to set that up. Is anybody going to read? Yimbo reads, making a push off the wall right now. Turtle Wing with the shot. Elite, again, sending it into the air. Looks like we're setting up. Yimbo with another acknowledgement. Turtle Wing missing it. Elite's with that read. Again, Kebab was just able to read it, taking that slam down below. Turtle Wing was just barely not able to touch the balls. A little bit of a kick here and there. Looks like we're going to have a little bit more progression right now as we're kind of being absolutely watched. Missouri Western's movement is just being read left to right with Kebab taking advantage, pushing off the side. Elite's taking advantage and now pushing the ball away from Missouri Western's goal. Turtle Wing with a save right there with 1 minute remaining. Missouri Western is going to need to make a push right now with only 0 points in their collection. Are we going to get a push? Nicely done by Elite's taking advantage of that corner use. Love to see it with Missouri Western with 54 seconds left and a 1 point over to Missouri Western with the George Academy team having 2 in their progression. Elite's pretty much sending in that win with a backboard use. Love to see it back at here at the kickoff. Here we go. Who's going to take the win? Meeting that halfway. Goal is open with Jade making that score happen from the kickoff point. Nobody was just able to watch the ball in time. Just watching this replay real quick. Getting that push off of Jay. Looks like we're back at the kickoff with 3 on George Academy and 1 to Missouri Western. Anybody's game right now. Yimbo with a watch. Pushing it away. Kebab using boost to pretty much get to Missouri Western. Pretty much getting them underneath their skin right now. Just having no one able to pretty much progress that ball. It is anyone's game right now, though. Off ball, off wall. Who's guarding? Yimbo sends the ball flying. Anybody reading? Elite's with the push. Jay pushing it back. Anyone at goal? Yimbo with the read. Kebab with reading that as well. Pushing off the wall. Elites. Jay taking advantage of ball. 50 in the air. Pushing ball all the way across court to almost a half point. 10 seconds on the ball. Looks like they're going to be stalling here. Elites with the movement, setting it up. Bob with the read. Turtle Wing with the read as well. 2 seconds. Yimbo with the pop. Oh my goodness, that was such a close game with that. Missouri Western almost getting a point there. Unfortunately, could not get it with that timeline. With another game going over to George Mason's Academy team. All right, we're just waiting for everybody to really load in right now. So currently, George Mason does have 2 on their side of justified wins, and Missouri Western currently has 0 wins. Oh, scratch that, ladies and gentlemen. Now that I can see the tags above, Missouri Western does have a win, while George Mason has 2 wins. So Missouri Western only needs 2 more wins to pretty much make a progression before they go into overtime. My bad with that. Did not get that reading card till just now. Again, Yimbo with that understanding. Off backboard. Right now, it's just an open goal on the other side. Is anybody reading right now, bros? I guess the other thing, too, that I really want to acknowledge right now is that George Mason often likes to group play. And it's very obvious. Oh, my goodness. That was Impeccable timing, and I'm flabbergasted. Just getting that rewatch from that side point. We saw that it hit the backboard, and it pretty much barely made that corner in. Going back to that kickoff here, it looks like it's up in the air, so it's anybody's game ball right now. Taking advantage and almost getting the game. Almost getting that point for Missouri Western's tie with Elite in the air with that 50. Justin meeting halfway, taking advantage of that 50, making it a push for the George Masons. And now the territory of George Masons. Looks like we're getting a little bit of group play. Turtle Wing's gonna move back to get some boost. Missouri Western is going to need everything they can to pretty much boost themselves from this point. With 4 minutes left in the game, we can make this anybody's game right now as long as we have the proper scoring and the proper reading of elements. But that goal is currently open at Missouri Western side. Is Elite going to make it? Elite does with that game-winning hold. Already saving the ball once and now saving it twice. We did see that other from last time where Elite has been very progressive, especially when it comes to Missouri Western's protection along with Yimbo. Looks like Yimbo is going up for that read. Fortunately, could not get that overseeing. Do get a demolition. It is anybody could have read that, and that would have been a score for Missouri Western with Justy taking Turtle Wing out. It is an open goal for Missouri Western, respawning in just in time with Turtle Wing. Yimbo taking advantage of ball right now, really lacking a boost right now. Needs some love and support from his teammates. Elite looks like he's just waiting for Just to pretty much push off the wall, go back for ball. Nice. Looks like 50 in the air, just kind of leading ball away from side point. What's Yimbo doing? Is Yimbo going to be setting it up? Fortunately, does get demolished in that recognition, unfortunately, from that side work. Again, Justy is going for that side boost, taking boost with him, boosting across court. Jay takes advantage, saving court. Again, sending the ball away. Turtle Wing pushes off. 50 in the air by Just, playing off of wall. Keybob also plays off of wall. Turtle Wing balances, send the ball out of the goal zone, making Missouri Western side, again, protected. However, are we going to have enough boost to pretty much protect Missouri Western's goal from Just and Jay right now? Looks like they're going to do a setup. Barely misses the ideal for a goal. No one saved it, but just tried to make a shot there. Unfortunately, could not follow through. Again, Jay with that little push off and save. Looks like, again, Turtle Wing and Yimbo are setting up ball. Are they following through? Unfortunately, Turtle Wing could not just get that balance just right, but he did an impeccable job by pushing the ball at least forward. Anybody's game right now. Anybody's game. Jay making a push. Is Elite going to save it? Elite barely saves the ball, pushing off of that dashboard. He's going to need every point. Missouri Western taking advantage. 50 in the air. Jay chases advantage. Again, off the wall right now. We're just seeing off-wall plays as well with a little bit of help in between. Currently, George Mason does not have any boost getting in them as they go. Elite taking advantage of ball play right now, using too much of his boost in one sitting though. He's gaining it as he goes. However, they do lose that ball recommendation as well. We're kind of losing what they have left of ball push. But it looks like we are doing what we can to pretty much dribble the ball out of the zone of Missouri Western. Justin taking advantage of the ball push. Turtle Wing taking advantage, pushing off dash. Elite pretty much meeting up with Jay, going way too far on ball touch. Looks like Yimbo was trying to do a little bit of contesting. Elite watching ball, sending ball out to the air for a 50. Fortunately, no one follows through with that 50. Looks like it's just going to be on defense right now. Just could not make the defense in time with 1 minute and 1 second left on the game. We're going to be heading back into that round of 0-2 right now. Let's go off to the kickoff. All right, looks like we got a strong start right now with 1 minute remaining. Elite's meeting up in the air, setting up. Is someone going to meet him? Turtle Wing does take advantage of that side point. Yimbo setting it up again. Elite's reading. Unfortunately, just bounced off of the dash base. Could not get anything there, unfortunately. Justy meeting that read. 50, heads over Elites. Yimbo with a read. 50, push. Kebob also reading Elite's movement. Turtle Wing sending ball into air with Kebob's help. 30 seconds left remaining. Overuse of boost right now from both sides. Yimbo watching and contesting. It's all about who can just hold the ball the longest right now. Because all they need to do is they have 14 to 13 seconds. Off the wall. Anybody with a read. Nice. Off the ball work. Gonna need some more boost. Yimbo facing off versus Kev with 1 second. Unfortunately, could not keep the ball up in the air long enough for Missouri Western to keep that win, with George Mason taking that game. Missouri Western doing what they can so far. We love that they could do at least a game tonight at that 7:15 mark. Thank you, boys, and all that you could do. We are so proud of you. As always, we love to see you guys perform in our NACE games. But as always, Missouri Western, we love to have you, and we are so glad we got to catch our boys playing our games as normal. I don't know what next week looks like, but I'm assuming we're going to be back on schedule as normal. Do not forget to go to the Halloween party here at Esports. Follow our Twitch, our Twitter, and our YouTube. Check out those clips as much as you can before they disappear. And as always, Missouri Western, we appreciate your support. Swing by the Esports Center anytime. And as always, it's always been a pleasure. We love you guys so much, and show up for our next stream.